Okay, today we're still doing graphing solutions of inequalities, and the essential question is, how do I graph an inequality from the form mx plus b? So that's what we're going to do today. I want you to write these notes in your notebook. Escriban esto en la libreta. Okay, these are the symbols that you use. These are the symbols that you use and what you do with them when you're graphing a line. So I know that Desmos does this for you, but I want you to understand why. Why it picks a solid line, why it picks a dashed line. You're writing this down. Why it shades it above the line and why it shades it below the line. It's because of the inequality symbol. So this symbol right here is called greater than or equal to. Equal to means that you're going to have a solid line. And because it's greater than, all the numbers greater than are shaded above the line. And you can put an arrow. Above is up. Okay, above is up. You're shading above. Solid line looks like this. Dotted line is a dashed line, right? Una línea quebrada. That's the difference. And shading below is down, para abajo. Below is down. Okay? So when you use greater than, the symbol greater than, you're using a dashed line and you are shading above the line or to the right. If you're using less than or equal to, okay, equal to means solid line, and less than means you're shading below the line or to the left. And then less than, it's a dashed line and you're shading below the line. Okay, so we're going to use those notes in a little bit to graph the two inequalities that we have on our paper. Okay, again, if I'm going too fast, you pause, you rewind, so you can write down your notes. Okay, so we can graph these by hand, and we can also graph them in Desmos. I forgot to tell you, write this down. Dotted line, so if it doesn't have a line underneath, we're also going to use open circles. And if it does have a line underneath, we're going to use closed circles when we put our points. Okay? Because these are not solutions. Okay? And these are solutions. So let's go ahead and start graphing them. Alright, so this problem right here, you always start by writing the M and the B. The M is the slope. It's the number in front of the X. What number is that? Negative 1. So it's negative 1. And then the B is the number without the X. That's the starting point. So we're starting at 3. Okay, starting point. That means that's where we start. Es donde vamos a comenzar. So I'm going to start at 3. And this line tells me that it's going to be solid and that it's going to have a closed circle, right? So this one is closed circle. Put a closed circle right there. So I'm going to put a closed circle at 3, which is my starting point, and it's my y-intercept. So it has to be right here on the y-axis. So 1, 2, 3. That's my y-intercept. It's right here in the inequality. Then from there, we're going to do the slope. So my slope says it's a negative 1. But I have to do rise over run. So it's a negative 1 over 1. An invisible 1. Okay, that means I'm going to go down 1 and to the right 1. Down 1 to the right 1. down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1. Okay, that's my slope. So from here, from my starting point, I'm going down 1 to the right 1, put a point. Down 1 to the right 1, put another point. Down 1 to the right 1, put another point. And you can keep going. Okay, there's a pattern. There's a pattern that you just follow. Okay, and if you work backwards, it's still the same pattern, but the opposite way. Okay, so once you graph your line, now you can connect your dots. This is a solid line, right? So I'm going to connect the dots with a solid line and put arrows because it's going to continue forever and ever and ever. Okay? Once you drew your line, you're going to look at this symbol, okay? And you're going to go back to your notes and say, okay, so this symbol, what does it do? Which way am I shading? Above, right? I'm going to shade above the line, so up. Everything up from the line. So up, right? You just pick some points. This is how I'm shading. So I need to shade everything above the line. That's where all of my solutions are. Okay? Those of you who are not good with graphing, if you're not good with graphing, you just put it in Desmos, just like we did yesterday. So in Desmos, I would put, oh, where's my Desmos? My bad. In Desmos, I would put y greater than or equal to negative x plus 3. Okay? And it should look the same. It should look exactly the same, right? So again, you can shade by hand or in Desmos. Okay? Let's do the next one real quick. On this one, my symbol is going to be open circles and a dotted line. Open circle and a dashed line. And we're going to be shading down. Okay, because this circle says, this one right here, says that it's a dotted line, open circle, and it's shading below. Then we're also going to write down our M and our B. What is my M, my slope for this one? 4 over 3. So 4 over 3. What's my B? Negative 1. So we're going to start at negative 1. And I'm going to put an open circle at negative 1. Remember, that's my y-intercept. So it's going to be right here. Negative 1. Okay? So from there, I'm going to do my slope, which is 4 over 3. That means I'm going up, because it's positive. Up 4, and to the right 3. Up 4, to the right 3. Up 4, to the right 3. From here. So from here, up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. To the right, 1, 2, 3. Open circle. Up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. To the right 3, 1, 2, 3, open circle. Okay? If I go backwards, it's over 3, 1, 2, 3, and down 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the pattern, but backwards. And then you have to connect it with a dashed line. And which way did we say we're shading? Below. So down. If I just draw little down arrows, you'll know which way below is, and then you just shade it. That means that's where all of my solutions are. Okay? And again, if you're not good, if you're not comfortable doing it by hand, Desmos can help you out. You would just put it in here. So it's y less than 4 divided by 3, arrow over to the side, x minus 1. And it should look exactly like what we graphed. You can even zoom in if it doesn't look like it. Okay? Same thing. So we're going to do the worksheet today. The worksheet, it looks like, is it here? No. Where is it at? Nope, that's not it. The worksheet that's in front of you. You're going to do, let me see, let me open it up. Hold on. Where's the thing? Where is it at?